The biggest edge in the last rounds of best ball drafts right now is not knowing who excelled during offseason workouts, but knowing who wasn't there and will be available at training camp next month. Take Ty Chandler in Minnesota's backup running back spot, for example. It's a position we obviously want to target after the Vikings cut Dalvin Cook and became one of only 4 teams in the NFL with at least 300 running back touches missing from last year's production. Chandler was used as the team's number 2 running back at OTAs behind Alexander Mattison. But remember, DeWayne McBride was still recovering from March's hamstring injury and is expected to be ready for training camp next month. Chandler's ADP is currently sitting at 192 overall, whereas McBride has been forgotten about and is going undrafted. It's a discount we should be taking advantage of. With Breece Hall on the mend from last year's torn ACL, both Michael Carter and rookie Izzy Abanikanda competed for the Jets' backup role at OTAs. But that competition did not include Zonovan Knight, who was working off to the side with an undisclosed injury. And that's important to know. Knight led the team's running backs in touches. In 6 of 7 games he was active for last year, out-touching Michael Carter 78-36 in the 6 games they played together. But it's Carter and Abanikanda who are being drafted in the last 2 rounds, whereas Knight has been forgotten about and is going undrafted. Sticking with the Jets, Corey Davis missed the end of OTAs to help his wife care for their newborn. And McCole Hardman has instead been treated as the team's 3rd wideout with a 201 ADP overall. But Davis is the better option to take a chance on given the usage in 3 wide sets he had under Robert Saleh just last year. Hardman is also a gadget player. Touchdowns accounted for 52% of his fantasy points last year. But 5 of those 6 touchdowns actually came from inside the 10-yard line under creative and elite play calling in Kansas City. And Randall Cobb isn't a full-time player in his age 32 season. He told the media as much.
I'm not playing 90, 100% of the snaps like I used to at one point in my career, but the 40 to 50% that I am playing, I'm very efficient in that time.
Corey Davis will start in this offense. And finally, Pierre Strong's 206 ADP has surged since the start of OTAs, since he was used behind Ramondre Stevenson as the Patriots' number 2 running back. But Ty Montgomery is actually listed as the team's 2nd running back on their depth chart. And remember, he's already succeeded in that role. In his only healthy game last year, Montgomery led the Patriots' backfield, Stevenson included, with 4 targets for 3 catches, 15 yards, and 1 touchdown. He also outsnapped Stevenson 10-0 on 3rd and 4th down as the team's receiving back in that game. But he's going undrafted behind Strong because of what happened for recency bias at OTAs. Not only that, but Montgomery is actually listed as a wide receiver on Underdog. So he can be your 9th or 10th option at that position rather than taking up your 5th or 6th running back spot. It's a cheat code. And remember, be a little bit kinder than what's required.